Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Judgment, continuing on from where I left off. This will probably be it for tonight, I would guess. This episode here. I'm already pretty tired, to be honest. I probably shouldn't do another one here. But as I mentioned earlier, I want to get through this fucking game. So, and considering I am going to be working tomorrow, well, and Australian Star is already there anyway, and then just other stuff. It's like, we're kind of behind pace on this game overall, so I would like to play as much as I can whenever I can, so. Fuck game, come on. Can I climb that? No. Alright. Okay. I don't care.
Oh.
Fuck, how long is this?
Yeah.
I don't care about any of this. Okay. Kaiju Alley again? Okay, cool. Well, that was something. I might as well just do this just to make sure. Oh, No, no one's gonna. Cool. Cool. Why'd you think you'd be pretty upset if a guy just ran up on the fucking top of your car? Actually, I don't even know if I would be that upset. I did that. I think I'll be more like, what the fuck are you doing, sort of thing. Like, I think I probably wouldn't be that upset. That's pretty fucked, isn't it?
And stay down.
Fuck, I'm really tired. But yeah, I still find it a bit humorous though that I'm gonna be working on this Kingdom Hearts video for next few days probably. I would assume. Again, like probably the longest it's taken for me. Like it's probably gonna be one of the longest like video projects in terms of the length of its completion that I've done in a while. I just realized, why the fuck did I climb this? Oh, did I need to? Okay, what the fuck is up with the lighting? But yeah, it's funny that it's gonna be a decently long video to edit, but it's like gonna be probably one of my least viewed videos. I mean, it's funny because it's a sequel video to my least viewed video of all time. Mind you, that video came out like very early on the channel, but it's like it hasn't gotten views since then either. So, actually, now that I think about it, where the fuck is my Metro Exodus video at right now? It's kind of funny how that was. Oh, I just realized my runner-up ranking just passed my feature theme speculation. Huh. That's cool. But yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Metro Exodus. I just want to see where it's at. 65? Okay. I can content with that. Watch time went up. Like, average watch time went up by a lot, actually. So that's cool. I mean, at least that's getting something now. It certainly didn't get anything when it first fucking came out. And 65 is not good, obviously, when I have fucking 3,000 subscribers. But, again, that was a video that was never going to do well. But, to be honest, I didn't expect... I mean, I guess I kind of did expect it to do that bad. I think my generous estimate for that video was like 100. And again, 65... not super surprising that it's doing that bad, but still. It's kind of funny that my fucking Lost Tales from Greece video has been picking up views recently. It's like, why? Like, why I get past like 100 views like last week or something. It's like, why are people watching that now? Because like I kind of got a lot of enjoyment out of like thinking of that, like when making that video, of thinking that this is going to be my least viewed video ever, and it didn't do that. Which it kind of becomes, I think at this point in my channel, like nothing's gonna do worse than 20 views, which is what my Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5 videos at. I don't care about this. Like, come on. Oh, okay. That's something. Actually, maybe that's a bit. I don't know why this came to mind, but I just realized, why haven't I done? I think this would be a fun video of talking about the DVD covers of Survivor. I don't know why that didn't really even come to mind until now. That'd be fun.
This again?
Like analyzing the DVD covers for Survivor. I think that would be a funny idea. This one? Wait, I'm confused. Oh, yeah. I don't care about any of this.
Excuse me.
Again? Isn't that where we were? Oh, maybe not. Where's this then? Oh, right there. Yeah, I think there's actually some fun stuff to talk about there. Maybe I'll wait for the 39. Fuck off.
Really?
Maybe I'll wait for the 39 DVD covers to come out. I don't know. I mean, I think that's a fun video. I mean, Edge of Extinction is really interesting, where it's all Lesu plus Rick Devon. Oh, plus Chris Underwood. I don't even remember who was on the 37 cover.
What a waste.
Like, I mean, I obviously it's the final 3. I mean, usually what the covers are in Survivor, usually, again, not even all the time, but it's usually the final 3, and then plus the 3 most prominent others thing, and there's obviously exceptions to that. Like, I think David vs. Goliath, though, was the top 3. Then Davey, Christian, and Gabby. Is that who it was? I don't remember anymore. I believe that's the case. I could be wrong on that. I do believe that's the case. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it now. Let's talk about it. I should have stopped paying. What was it?
Really, guys?
I think I might do a video on this in the future. I don't know why I never thought about that until now. I don't even know what the fucking made me think of it now. I mean, well, it's tough to look them up in order right now. Let's just look through some of them that are coming up here. So, Ghost Island. Actually, you know what? Let's go, because like some of these could be fan made. So let's go look up Amazon, because that's where the official ones are sold. Not Amazon Prime. I'll do that, I guess. There we go. Actually, go to Amazon. So yeah, I mean, as I said, Edge of Extinction has Chris in the center. Obviously, not unexpected. I mean, every season has the winner in the center, with the exception of Pearl Islands. Beside him, David, which I think David's probably the most questionable. I don't know. Like, it's David and then Rick Devens. Again, Rick Devens has to be there, obviously. Like, Rick Devens, obviously. David, I'm kind of like, eh. Like, I mean, obviously, I love David Wright. David Wright's one of my favorite Survivor characters and players ever. But it's like, does he need to be on the cover of Edge of Extinction? I don't know. I think that's debatable. Kelly Wentworth, I think she needs to be there. Then you got War Dog. I think that's a debatable one. Yeah, I think that's a debatable one. And then Lauren, who I think it's a good choice. I think it's a decent choice. I definitely think David and War Dog were like bigger figures on that season. But I do think Lauren's probably more of a playable option there. Where the fuck am I going? Is it in here? I don't think so. So yeah, I mean, like, I think David and War Dog are kind of, but then who replaces them? I mean, obviously, like, Gavin and Julie are in the final 3, and they both were not included. I think Julie probably should be on the front. Gavin, I think, is debatable. Obviously, Gavin almost won, which is even funnier. But yeah, I mean, but Gavin just, he was like a nothing figure on the show. I would love to see Victoria on there. I mean, I don't think that was really ever in the cards, though. Where am I going? I have no clue where the fuck I'm going right now. I'm trying to think. I'm like, how was the edit distributed at the end? I think it was Rick Devens, number 1, like confessional-wise, I should say. I think Julie was number 2, and then I think Wentworth was 3, I believe. And yeah, David was up there. I think David and War Dog were tied, right, by the end of it. Where the fuck am I going? not this, right? I'm so confused. Well, where the fuck am I going? Let's look at our next season. We got Redemption Island. Has Boston Rob, obviously. Philip. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Usually, if there are returning players from that season, usually returning players are on that season. No matter how bad they do, because Francesca's on here. So that's something. Andrea is on here, obviously. Andrea, Francesca, Philip, obviously the three returnees from Caermo and then Russell Hantz, which, sure. And then Matt Elrods. This is kind of a weird one where there's two pre-merge boots. And really, the first... Actually, no. Yeah. Three pre-merge boots. The first two boots of the season are on there. Obviously, Matt Elrod's kind of a special case. But he's there. And then after that, it's the other two, the winner and then the two returnees. Kind of interesting that there's no Nat 10, but not like really surprising or anything. Samuel Del Sur. We got Natalie, Jeremy. Ooh, this is an interesting one, actually. Yeah, I guess the final threes aren't as prominent as I thought they were in the final thing. There we go. But yeah, we got Natalie, obviously. Jeremy. Like, the thing is, this is after Second Chance. These DVD cover. So, yeah, Natalie, Jeremy, Keith Nail, Wentworth, obviously the three that were on Second Chance. And then the interesting ones, again, this is why I always, like, I do think these are good indicators of who production wants back for future seasons. Which is why I do consider this pretty interesting that, like something like the Edge of Extinction one, I think the fact that, like, Victoria and Julie were ignored there, I think that's probably not great for their returning chances. Well, I think it's probably good for, like, War Dog and Lauren that they're on there. Obviously, Rick Devens was a lock anyway, so, yeah. And, like, with Redemption Island, obviously Matt Elrod, someone that production's always been wanting back, but he said no. But for someone they'll serve here, the two people that we haven't had back yet that are on here are John Mish, who's someone that has been blatantly in the casting pool since then. Supposedly, like, just missed the call for 31, and then for 34 he was in finals, but just didn't get picked for the cast. And then Josh Canfield, who was someone that was asked for Second Chance, turned it down because I think he was in some sort of a Broadway thing at that point. But yeah, we got Worlds Apart. We got Mike, obviously, and then beside Mike are Joe and Shreen, obviously two returnees. What's interesting here, though, is that this one was pretty blatantly before Game Changers, right? Because Sierra and Haley are not on here. Instead, it's Jen, Rodney, and Carolyn. Obviously, Carolyn's someone that production's been wanting back for a while. And she was runner-up, so not too surprising she's there. Rodney's interesting because I never really got the sense that they wanted to bring Rodney back. But it's interesting that he's on the front. I'm thinking he was fourth place. I mean, he almost won the game if he made it to the end. So, yeah. And then Jen, I don't know. I think that's kind of a weird one. Obviously, she was a massive figure in the first half of the game. However, she did end up quitting the game. And I feel like that's something that's kind of a sour note there. But anyway, Millennials Gen X. It's kind of funny, actually. I forgot about that. That's all millennials. But yeah, it's Adam, obviously. Then Hannah. Oh no, it's when Gen X and David. Yeah, and then Jay, Zeke, and Michaela. Obviously, Zeke and Michaela have returned. Hannah is someone that, and obviously David has returned, and also now Adam has returned. But Hannah is someone that I wouldn't be surprised if they have wanted her back, but again, she's someone that doesn't want to come back. And then Jay, I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back at some point. I think with the earlier seasons, like they did tend to focus a lot more on the people that got towards the end, right? Because for Survivor Marquez is here. We have the final 4. Oh no, we have the final 5. Yeah, we have the entire final 5 plus Boston Rob. Obviously, because at that point, All Stars has already happened. So obviously, Boston Rob's someone that they would want to put on the cover. Yeah, Boston Rob, Vesepia, Sean, Kathy, Nalia, Pascal. I don't know who you would replace any of those people with anyway, so I guess it's not that surprising. I mean, I guess maybe John Carroll. But I guess really at the end of the day, if you're going to pick 6 people from that cast, it's kind of who you have to pick. We got Philippines, kind of predictable here. It's the final 6 with the exception of Carter, swapping Carter for Penner. I think that's about right. So yeah, it's Denise, Lisa, Scoopin, maybe Swaddle Scoopin at this point, but whatever. And then Penner, Malcolm, Abby. And that's about right. I'm trying to think, like, would you replace any of those? Probably Jeff Kent would be the one that's debatable. Maybe even RC. RC had a big edit in the first half. Anyway, Heroes vs. Villains. I forgot that they did Heroes vs. Villains this way. It's really weird. Heroes vs. Villains is essentially the top... Wait. Yeah, it's the top 6, but you swap out Colby for Boston Rob. It's really weird how Colby's the one that gets shafted there. But I guess it is what it is. Nicaragua. This is an interesting one, too. You got Fabio, Brenda, who did end up returning. Holly Hoffman, which is someone that... Yeah, another one that I don't really get the sense from production that they're too invested in bringing her back. But she's there. Chase, Jane, and Marty. So, obviously Marty's someone they've been wanting back. An interesting snub here is Sash. Obviously, it doesn't seem like production's ever liked Sash. But I think he's a notable exclusion here. No Nyanka. Obviously, she did quit, but still. Yeah, One World here. This is fucking weird. Because obviously, this came out after Blood vs. Water. So, no Colton. But you got Kat and Monica on the cover, and I think that's definitely questionable. Something interesting, though, is that you have Tarzan. That's really interesting. Troyzan's on there, obvious. Interesting, too, no Sabrina. There's Chelsea Meisner, but no Sabrina. I think I would have expected Sabrina to actually be on the cover. But I think definitely Monica Culpepper coming back took her spot, though. Because obviously, but at that point, which is also interesting that this also gives out the sense that if they were to pick between Chelsea and Sabrina, that they would go for Sabrina. Or they would go for Chelsea. Though, even though Sabrina obviously made the casting poll for 31, while Chelsea did not, or make the public vote, I should say. Then part of that might be due to archetype stuff. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was just due to, I think Sabrina's archetype was less represented than Chelsea's, who had a plethora of people out there. Shit, wrong one. It's up here again. These are really tedious just because they're so fucking easy. No, what are you doing? Game. There we go. Let's see, what else do we got?
And stay down.
We got Go Wrong, which we essentially got the final 5 or final 6, but swap out Joe Del Campo for Debbie. I think that's about right. I'm trying to think, is there any big snub here? Maybe Scott Pollard? But you got Jason. I don't know if you need both of them. Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah, I think you gotta have Michelle, Ty Aubrey. I think you gotta have those. I think Kyle Jason's probably a good choice there. Sydney, I think, is another one you kind of need. And then Debbie obviously returned. There's no Caleb, though. That's interesting. I mean, is it, though? I mean, like, really, Caleb has no reason to be on the cover outside of the fact that it does break the rule of returnees are usually on the cover. Like returnees by the point, obviously, that the season comes out. Like, which at this point, this is post Game Changers, so you would expect Caleb on there based on that rule. But where the fuck is he? Okay, there he is. Game Changers. Got this is an interesting one too. So you got Sarah, Andrea, which is pretty interesting. Suri, Sandra, Ty, Brad Culpepper. So no Troyzan, not too surprising, but no Troyzan. No Aubrey. They went for Andrea over Aubrey, and not a really flattering picture of Andrea too, by the way. But yeah, really weird considering Andrea. I mean, Andrea is like dead silent for the first half of that season. And obviously she does get content towards the end of that season, but still really weird that Andrea is on the cover there. I think really just shows how much production does love Andrea. Yeah, again, no Aubrey though, which is really weird considering she did end up coming out for the other one. Edge of Extinction.
Also combined with that is that...
Okay. You got Guatemala. I mean, I've said this before. I think the earlier seasons, there's not really much takeaways from those anymore. But Guatemala is interesting. Danny, Stephanie, Rafe, obvious. But then Judd. I think it's pretty good to see Judd on there. I think Judd's someone that production clearly did not like. But cool to see him on there. Gary Hogaboom, pretty great one there. And then Bobby John, obviously a returnee, so that's not that surprising. Cambodia, they had this weird one where like everyone is on there, and I really don't like. I know when people like say, "Oh my god, it's so cool," because like everyone's on the cover, but it's like it kind of ruins the cover. Like it looks like shit. It's terrible. It's so weird too, or like half the pictures are pictures from like more like it's really weird. Like they used a lot of older pictures. Like I mean, it's all pictures from their original seasons for some reason, but then some of them are actual cast photos while other ones are like in-game photos. It's really weird. Like it looks shit. Like I don't know why they decided to do this. If I were to pick people from Game Changers, obviously it would be Jeremy, Kelly, Spencer. I think you have to have those three. Those are absolute locks. After that, I think it's up for debate of who. Like I mean, if I'm going by who I think they would pick, I mean I think Tasha probably does make the cut. Probably Sierra and probably Joe, right? Maybe Varner at that point. I mean, if it is pre-Game Changers, though, I do think this is actually post-Game Changers. So yeah, I think Sierra definitely makes the cut then. Yeah, and then probably Joe.
You asked for it.
It's kind of funny that they give a pretty big figure on this. It's kind of funny. Yeah, All Stars. This is another one where they put everyone on the cover. But again, Survivor All Stars, I believe, is the first TV cover, isn't it? Or maybe it was Pro Irons that was the first one. But either way, it is a bit of an abnormal one now. So it's like kind of weird. I mean, again, if I were to pick 6 to make the cover, I think I would go obviously Amber, Boston Rob. You have to have those. Rupert, I think you have to have. After that's a bit more interesting. I mean, I guess I would go. I mean, I guess Jenna, right? Jenna, Big Tom. I guess that last one. Maybe Hatch? I don't know. Hatch or Lex? I think it's one of the two. That's probably how I'll go. Borneo. You have Rich, Wigglesworth, Sue, Rudy, Colleen, Jervis. So essentially final 7, but take out Sean. So that's interesting. South Pacific, you have Cochran, obviously. Sophie, Coach, obviously. Dawn, obviously. Again, returnees at that point. No Braden Hance, but cool, I guess. And then Albert and Ozzy. So yeah, not too surprising there. Again, Brandon Hance over Albert over Brandon Hance is probably one of the bigger surprises there, but it's like really it's like I think at this point I think Caramoan had already aired, so yeah. Token Cheens, you got JT, Steven, Tyson, Coach. Obvious ones, all people that have returned. And then Taj and Sierra, who are two people that they've wanted to return, so not surprising there. Kageyan's all the returnees. I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, I believe at the time this cover came out, it was pre-Game Changers. So it's kind of funny that both Tony and Sarah are on here. Well, this is before Game Changers, so yeah, like, I'm sure at the time Sarah was like a what the fuck sort of pick. But yeah, obviously Spencer, Cass, Wu, Tasha, Tony. So essentially, final 6 minus Trish, put in Sarah. Shit! No, I meant to. This one. Micronesia got. I think the obvious ones. I mean, actually, no. Penner. Penner's weird here. Yeah. Penner over James. That's weird. Yeah, but you got Parvati, Amanda, obvious. Suri, obvious. Ozzy, fine. Eric, obvious. And then, yeah, Penner.
Huh?
That's weird. I feel like that's a weird one. I feel like Natalie Bolton and I feel like James probably deserved the spot over Penner there. That's kind of a weird one. Ghost Island. Kind of predictable. Yeah. That's about right. Got Dominic, Wendell, Laurel, Donathan, Kellen, and Michael. That's about right. I think all those people. Obviously, I think, yeah, all the people that have a shot of returning. I think that's pretty much the 5. And then Wendell. Samoa. I think Jason there's pretty interesting. Obviously, like, you have Laura Moret, who I forgot if this is before or after Blood versus Water, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were interested in bringing her back anyway. Russell Swan. Russell Hance, obviously. Nellie White has to be there, and then, Shambo is interesting, and then Jason is really interesting. Did not expect Jason. Let's see, Australian Outback. Who do we got here? I was right about David vs. Goliath. I see it right now. Yeah, it's Nick, Angelina, Mike, Davey, Christian, Gabby. Yeah, Australian Outback. Tina, Colby, Jerry, obvious. Elizabeth, Roger, and then Alicia. I guess that's right? I mean, maybe you have Varner in there. Maybe you have Scoopin', but I think that's about right. Obviously, I'm talking about at the time that this came out, not now. So obviously now both of them are disgraced and stuff, but yeah. Survivor China. Eric is on there. That's kind of weird. Yeah, it's the final 6, but swap out Denise for Eric. Or swap out Denise for James. Yeah, kind of weird that Eric made the cut. I mean, I don't know who you replace him with. No, I'm scrolling through. I mean, I guess Jean Robert would be the one, but it's like, yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird. HHH, you got Ben, Chrissy, Ryan, so the final 3. Devin, who was 4th. And then Lauren and Jomena. So who'd they skip over? They skipped over Mike, which is interesting. And then, who's after Mike? Ashley Nolan, which that one's not that surprising. Blood versus Water. You have, that's interesting. Huh, yeah, that's really interesting, actually. You have Tyson. Yeah, wow, okay, yeah, that's really weird, isn't it? You have Tyson, obviously the winner. Sierra, who does come back, obvious. Vetus, who does come back, so obvious at that point. Hayden, who is obviously a big figure on that season, not that surprising. Then you have Tina, which I guess, I don't know why, I would feel like Monica would be a more, or even Laura Moret would be a bigger figure to put on the cover, but fine, I guess. And then Candace, which is just weird. Like, I don't give a shit about any of this. Like, can we just fucking move on? Like, this is all side quests. Like, I don't give a shit.
Really?
Let's see, Gabon. Gabon is what? The final 5. Take out Susie and then add in Bryn and Randy, who at this point Randy had already returned, right? And then okay, what the fuck are you doing, Dan? Okay, cool. And then Bryn was someone that they wanted to come back, so not surprising there. Panama. Oh, this is a weird one. I remember this one. That it's Aris. Okay, it's the obvious people. It's the final 5. But then they had Bob Dog. It's like, why? Why is Bob Dog there? That's always been a weird one. It's like, why the fuck is Bob Dog there? I mean, like, over Courtney Merritt, over even Bruce, I think deserves to be there more than Bob Dog. Like, I mean, I love Bob Dog. Bob Dog it seems like a great character, a great person, but still, it's really weird, though. And then you got Pearl Islands, as I said. Rupert's in the center for some reason. I mean, I know why, but still, it's funny that that's the case. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that. Cook Islands. I didn't know that Becky and Sundra were on the cover. Huh. And then Parvati and Penner, who at that point had returned. So, yeah, that's interesting. I didn't realize Becky and Sundra made the cover. Again, Cook Islands cast sucks, so it's like, who else would you put on there anyway? I guess Candace. Yeah, Candace is a pretty big snub there. Is this before Heroes vs. Villains? Oh, whatever. Caramoan, you have Malcolm, Cochran, Dawn, Brenda, Andrea, Philip. I think that's about right. And maybe Reynolds. I would put Reynolds on there, I think, but still. Fiji, that's interesting. Dreams, Cassandra, Earl, Yao-Man's the final 4, plus Alex, who was a big figure on that season.
Yeah.
And then, for some reason, Michelle Yee. Which is someone that they wanted back for a little while at least, so I guess it kind of makes sense. Amazon is literally just the final 6. So, there's that. Palau, Tom, Stephanie, Ian, that's obvious. Katie, Jen, and Bobby John. I'm trying to think. That's probably about right. Maybe Jen could be swapped out. I mean, obviously now in retrospect, though, that's. Wait, what is this?
Hello?
It's Ayabe. Matsuda told me to give you a ring.
Vanuatu. I think it's the final 6, right? Yeah, it's just the final 6.
You need something?
Yeah. Info I hear you got.
You got the cash? I'm done handing out freebies. And the price will depend on what you want to know.
Is that every season?
Well, it just so happens you already told Kaito-san the price. 200 grand. You know how all that money got stolen from the Matsugane? I want to know what
200?
happened to it.
And
Fuck,
what,
do we have that
I
much
said it'd
money?
be 200K?
That's what he told me.
In that case, let's make it 100. Price drops with age.
Okay, we can get
Oh, does it?
that. We have it already.
Look, I'm not pulling the numbers out of my ass. I got calculations. System. Anyway, I'll drop by your place tomorrow. Have the cash ready.
Oh. Yeah, we're done. I'm tired. Let's see you on tomorrow. Yeah, for now, thank you for watching.